Hello and welcome to COVID Conversations here on WNCU 90.7 FM. We're streaming on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. I'm your host, Kimberley Cartwright. I'm the News and Public Affairs Director here at WNCU. And we're using the Zoom platform, as always, to talk about how COVID-19 is affecting our world. Now, Layla Quick, Teentrepreneur of the Year, motivational speaker, pitch princess, and founder of OMG Lemonade, is here with us today. She has an interesting motivational story on how she weathered COVID-19 to take a a $20 business investment and turned it into six figures. Hello and welcome, Layla.
Hey, how are you?
I'm
Thank you
doing.
for having me today.
You're welcome. It's so good to see you. I've seen you out and about in the community, and I wanted to share your story with our audience about your business and you working through COVID during your business. So the first question is, before COVID, you were working on an idea to start a business. How did the notion get started that you, as a teenager, would take on a project like this? And how old were you?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's one of the questions that I always get. And it's really funny because my business came about organically. And I always tell people that I actually wasn't trying to initially start a business. And the idea of having something that I was good at. I was struggling with low confidence. I didn't like school or extracurricular activities. I never wanted to go outside and do things and just like be a part of something. So my mom saw that I was struggling with my confidence, right? And she's very big on having something that we love to do. So she was like, "Layla, what's wrong? What are you going to do? Like, I'm going to find something that you're good at." And so she had this competition when I was 14 years old. This was 2018. And she said, "You know what? I'm going to find something you're good at." She experienced this dream trip that she took to Dubai. Make a long story short, it was a dream trip she took, and she experienced this mint limeade, and she would drink it every single day at the hotel. And she came back home to America, and she was like, "You know what? This limeade is so good. I'm either going to make it here or move to Dubai." So she saw me, and she had a competition between me and my older sister who could make the best mint lemonade, because we wanted to do like a lemonade. And so I ended up creating this really good mint lemonade, and everyone thought that I wasn't going to win because I didn't know how to cook or clean. Not clean, but I didn't know how to cook. I would burn pans, and my sister was the chef in the house. So my sister, they thought she was going to win. And then I ended up figuring out there was over 500 varieties of mint. And at first I didn't have the right mint, and then I ended up making the lemonade so bomb that everyone loved it. And everyone would come over my house to drink it, and it was just like a family thing. And like literally friends would come over, and I'd be like, "Are you just coming to drink my lemonade, or are you coming here?" So that's really how it got started. It was literally a household drink. And my mom was like, "This is so good." She inspired me. She said, "This is so good. You need to bottle this up." And you know how you just say things and your word really becomes power. So she said that, and we literally stepped into it and did it. She took me to my first beer company when I was 14 years old, and I got to learn how to bottle and preserve the lemonade and stuff like that. So that was only the beginning. It was in a jar with no label. It looked nothing how it looks today. And yeah, I just got started like that, with the idea. And literally I would just like kind of figure out what I wanted to do with the lemonade. And it was just something for me to feel proud about, that I was good at. And that's how it started. And then I feel like 2 years down the road, that's when it kind of got more serious. And we'll get into that more. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell me about what you had to really fight through to get to the point where you would make the lemonade.
Yeah. So what I really had to fight through was, so first of all, also before I made the lemonade, when my mom was inspiring me, I would kind of stick beside her and go through her business because she was an entrepreneur. So before I even like started my own entrepreneurship, I was working in my mom's business, Wound Buzz, which is like a healthcare company. And so I would learn the same skill set of business beside of her. And I remember her mentoring me and telling me like, the mindset and the skill set that was needed in order to run a company. So I quickly had to learn that hey, I can't procrastinate. Hey, I gotta have good decision making skills. Hey, I have to be thinking big. I have to think bigger than right now. I have to have a vision. I have to have a plan. So I was learning that through her company, and I was helping her with her business. And at the whole time when I would attend these business courses, and I didn't like school, and I told my mom like, hey, I want to quit school and work my business full time because I wanted to work my vision. And it was like I felt like school was a waste of time because I wanted to go home and just make my money. I'm gonna keep it real. I was like, school ain't helping me make no money, so I was like, I want to go home and make money. And so my mom was like, you know what? I'll make a deal with you. You graduate high school early and you can run your business. So I feel like the whole time I had to get rid of my low self-esteem by working on my self-development. So before I started my company, I had to have confidence because in order to have a business, you have to be able to communicate. You have to do all of these things. And I feel like I just had to face my fear of that and just do it. And I feel like having the accountability of a mentor, which was my mommy mentor, helped me discover myself and help me go down that path of entrepreneurship. Because a lot of people think it's just flipping a dollar, but really it's about becoming and growing yourself before you even start a company. So that was what I worked on before I developed OMG Lemonade. And I feel like it was beautiful to start where you are and just grow it from there because I had to, I had to get out of the mindset of procrastination, out of the mindset of anything that's not helping you grow. You basically need to cut it off. Friends who aren't getting you to your vision or your goal. That's what I did. I had to cut that back and get really focused on where I wanted to go. So that's what I did.
Yeah, I wanna ask you now, like you are making all those big plans. It sounds like you've got really big energy that you're putting into your business, and then COVID hit and it hit really hard. So how did COVID change the game for you as an entrepreneur?
That's a great question because, like you said, it was like I feel like God had me at my peak. I was at my peak right there with the lowest part. But first of all, it was low because I was struggling with my confidence, and I like went through a depression in 2020, and it was before COVID-19. So it was like my depression. I didn't like have no friends at school. I would sit alone. I would isolate myself and I would always like stay alone by myself and read books and just only talk to my mom and have like one friend who was actually like on the mindset that I'm on because I feel like when you're doing something bigger than yourself, God is really trying to get you close to your purpose. And so I feel like he put me through those things to make me stronger. So I feel like I had my COVID before COVID even came. So after I got out of that dark tunnel, there was always light at the end. And I feel like it was the moment of opportunity meeting the moment of preparation. And so COVID hit. That was the year 2020. I was ready to do my best and step out on faith and not let fear overtake me and really take my business to the next level. So we ended up having these events on this calendar, and sure enough, events were closed because of COVID. They were wearing masks. So all the events got shut down, the ones that we paid for, everything. And I was like, oh no, God, okay, what am I going to do? But instead of like sitting down and just saying, all right, this is it. I figured out, okay, what's the mindset of, I use my mindset of, okay, let's find the light. Where can we go? If you never change the goal, you change the plan. So maybe God closed this door, but there's another door that might open. So then we were studying. My mom made sure when we were out of school during the pandemic, it wasn't just me, but it was my younger brothers. She made sure we studied entrepreneurship, Madam C.J. Walker. And she was the first Black millionaire in forgot the date, 19 in the 1900s, but she was the first woman. And so we watched her story and it reminded us that she came up actually during a pandemic. And so that inspired us so much to just find our way out of the dark that it's like that amount of faith was just making us hungry. You got to stay hungry. Like, I want to win. And so basically my mom had found this event called the Black Farmers Market. She knew nothing about it, but her friend was like, you know what? Let's just try it out. So you come the first day and see if you like it. So we're like, okay, cool. We're going to go step out on faith, go to this event and see what happens. So our first farmers market we ever went to, me and my younger brothers went. My parents didn't work it at all. My mom only like advocated for us and just said, okay, here, this is what y'all need to do. And she always teaches us, but she always gave us the autonomy to be ourselves and go out here and do stuff. So we went to our first event at the Black Farmers Market and we literally sold out of 100 bottles within the first hour. We were so shocked, and it was so like amazing and fun. I just remember being like, oh my gosh, I was just expecting, the best, but I didn't even know like this is going to turn into something. Every time we would go, we would sell more lemonade, turn into 200, 400. And literally all the money, I had to learn financials, how to put the money back. I put the money back, didn't pay myself, and just kept like growing the company by finding those events and staying close to my community and serving something that will help people. So this product is not only just like lemonade, but it's a lemonade that was helping people with their immune systems. Ginger was a huge thing during that time with COVID. You wanted to keep your immune system up. You got real herbs, natural fruits. We're not adding syrups. So the value was there. And I feel like because of COVID-19, the light was shined on our product. And then also during that time, there was a lot going on in the world, which was the George Floyd incident. And I feel like Black Farmers Market came in a stance to stand up and say, hey, here's Black farmers and here's Black entrepreneurs that you guys should support. Black Lives Matter was so huge at that time that there was so many people advocating to come and support these businesses and really see the underdog and see that, hey, someone's out here hungry and trying to make a purpose and trying to build a legacy for their family. So that was the goal that we were on. And I feel like we were so transparent with our community, and our community was so supportive of OMG Lemonade. Like, it was just a beautiful thing to see the support that overflowed that year. And I'm talking Caucasians, African Americans, they were all lined up, thousands of people wrapped around the whole downtown Durham at the Life Mutual Center. And it was the Black Farmers Market in Durham and Raleigh. And literally that just made us even be more goal oriented now that I see the success that I wasn't even expecting, but I was prepared for it because I had already got my mindset right. So whatever you do in your mind is going to come out in the physical world. And that was what I was teaching. That was what I was learning. And that's the books that I was reading. And so, yeah, that first year, that first 6 months was like amazing.
Yes. I want to know, like, one big question. How did you come up with the name OMG Lemonade?
OMG Lemonade it was an aha moment when OMG Lemonade like dawned on me, because the first name that I came up with, I'm gonna be brutally honest, I was a girl in the house just chilling. So it was like, I hadn't really got that mindset yet. But the first name was Layla's Lavish Lemonade. And so my mom was like, girl, this name is too long. Okay. And so my mom's a business expert. A lot of people go to her, they get her for like her strategies and everything to help your business grow. So my mom literally partnered with me, because at first she was like, Layla, you know what? I can take your business to the next level, but I'm not gonna partner with you until you do this, and you take yourself serious, because I can't make you do anything you don't want to do. So she made that clear to me, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, I want your guidance. And so she taught me, this is how you come up with your business name. This is how you do it. You have to have 3 syllables. I'm not gonna drop too many nuggets on y'all because you gotta pay for that, but it is OMG Lemonade. It's supposed to be catchy into the ear. So we just sat down, got quiet, and we're very spiritual. So we feel like everything has a purpose. And that was what I was trying to find, my purpose. So we sat down, just cleared our minds and said, you know what, how does this product make you feel? How do you want your customer to feel about it? And so then I was like looking up words, and I found like synonyms of certain words that I wanted to resonate to everybody. I wanted my customer to feel a certain way when they drank the lemonade. And so it came up with it, oh my God. And then my mom was like, that's so good. That's it. Like, the energy was like, we knew this is it. But then I was like, okay, I prayed about it. And I went to my first event ever, like with a jar. It was in like a mason jar with no label on it. And I took it to my event. The first girl to ever, I swear to God, to ever try OMG Lemonade, her first expression was, oh my God. And I was just like, okay, this is what God is trying to show me. This is the name. So that's how Oh My God Lemonade came about. And that was like the first confirmation that I knew, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. And I knew that I had a future here because I believed and my faith was growing. And I knew God just showed me a sign like, Layla, this is it. So then I saved up all my birthday money when I was 15, and I went and bought my first LLC, which was my business license. And I saved up the money that I would sell the lemonade, but mostly birthday and the lemonade sales, like selling 15 bottles a week. And I was so happy and excited about that. And that's how I bought OMG Lemonade LLC and OMG Girl.
How amazing. And we have come to the end of the show.
Okay.
But I would like for you to wrap up with what advice would you give anyone having a difficult time thinking about a business venture today after COVID? Keep it short for me.
Yeah. So, business after COVID, I would definitely, my advice to them would just be like, find that thing that doesn't work, because when you know what doesn't work, you're getting closer to what does work. So don't look at everything as a failure, but instead look at your failures as an opportunity to grow. And that's literally what we did, because we did not have that opportunity, but then we went out here and we're optimistic, and our preparation, our beliefs met them of an opportunity. So find that thing that you do so good and something that people need. Make sure it's like bigger than you and it's for a purpose of the world, because God will move things in your favor because of what you're doing. The whole world will move out the way for your gift. So find your gift, and not even just find, but just pay attention to what you're good at. And yeah, I mean, literally, that's how it is. You got to have that optimistic mindset, and everything else will open up for you.
Thank you very much for your wisdom and your energy today. And thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yeah.
Yes, audience, this is
Thank you.
Layla. You're Layla. You are so welcome, and I do appreciate your coming to be with us today. So, Layla Quick, audience, is the founder of OMG Lemonade, and we hope that you have enjoyed her presentation. Thank you so much, Layla, and thank you, audience, for watching via YouTube, on Facebook and Instagram, as well as listening on WNCU. We want you to like us, we want you to follow us, and we want you to subscribe to our pages to see more of our archived shows. I'm Kimberley Pierce Cartwright, your host. Thank you for tuning into COVID Conversations. We appreciate you very much for tuning in. Bye, Layla.
Bye. Thank you.